Welcome. This is part 2. So where we were when the chapter ended, we were talking about these less than wonderfully looking bolts. And if you cut these in half, they will not do. In other words, if you have your 2 bolts, you put one on the screen, and the computer's laying down flat, you put one on the screen, and what happens is, and you take the other, bring it over here, another room, the energy will go right to your target, which is this one here. If you put this bolt here and you cut this bolt, see this one here, cut this, it doesn't work anymore. So we've gone over a little bit, so we're digressing just a little bit, but I want to make sure that we're here on the same realm. If you want the energy to go to your iPod and you put a bolt on the screen, no, not anywhere near similar, not going to work. This plug here, you put this plug on the screen, yes, it'll go to all plugs identical to this, but it won't go to this because they're different. So I want to let you know that. That's really something to be conscious of. If you wanted to go to this aromatherapy bottle, you take a picture of the aromatherapy bottle, put it here, goes to the aromatherapy bottle. Okay? If you're working with a person, you take a picture of their eyes. By taking a picture of their eyes, it will go to them wherever they are. Right here I'm demonstrating. Let's see if we got this right here. Yeah, we do. Look at this. We've got our right behind here, closest to me, on the screen is the carrier wave. Next is the trend, that's ecstasy, that's what we're using here as a demo. Next is magic mushrooms trend. I don't have enough hands to do this. So next is the trend, the second trend, trend number 2, magic mushrooms. And on top of that, closest to the camera there, and closest to your viewers, that is the link or the target. So here's my watch here. If I wanted to go to this watch, and by the way, it can work pretty good. You take a picture of the watch, put it on the screen, and the energy will go to the watch no matter where you are. It's just the way it works. So it's shape form, it's identical shape form is what it is. And you need a carrier, class, you need a carrier, you need a trend, you need a target or link. So you have 3 points there that you need. And that is clearly what you need. And you're using the carrier wave of Sedona white light, which comes with our basic system. And this is an introductory system, but this will do essentially one target. You can do 2 trends max, 1 target. Now if the targets are all the same, yes, it'll do all the targets. But they have to be identical, absolutely identical, so that you know. Okay. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this in the earlier part or not. We've got a cutoff power shortage there, which would stop the camera. So I want to make sure you got this. I'd rather say it twice than not say it at all. Okay, and I should mention here that if you're videotaping or photographing, just even ambiently shooting a picture of your room, and you catch a picture of the screen, it will now start going weird on you. It'll go spooky, as people call it. So, and that's just the way it works. So if you're videotaping or taking still pictures, don't take a picture of this. I'm going to throw this away afterwards. I'm going to delete this because it can't be used. It'll start malfunctioning, it'll produce dirty energy, it'll be weird. Also, if you try to attempt to copy it, and our own copies, when we make them, we have our own technology for that. But if you copy them through regular equipment, you'll start to get dropout and it'll get weird. It'll start to dilute your field. And I can't tell you exactly why all that is, I just tell you that it is. And so just avoid that and you'll be a lot happier. So this is micro-vibratory physics. Now, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier before, I got a power cut here on the camera, but I went around to, I think about 4 different hardware stores. I put this on my computer here. I took the second one with me, I put some paint on it, so that I walked in the store, they wouldn't think I was taking it. I walked in with this thing as a sample. And I went to 4 different hardware stores, about 20-25 miles apart, some of them. And every time I found a bolt this big, exactly this size, the energy field was on all those bolts in the bin. And this was true for the 4 stores. Now, if I were to bend this, let's say I have this on the screen here, and let's say my target is this bolt here, no problem, it'll work. If you were to bend it, you have to be Superman, but if you bend this and turn it into like a U or something, it won't work anymore. The reason why is you've changed shape form, and shape form has to do with identical, so it has to be identical to work. This and this have to be identical. So you get the idea how that goes. That has to be that way to work. If our basic program, you're taking a picture of your eyes and you're putting it on the screen. You're careful not to take a picture of, you're not going to do print screen or photograph it by accident. Okay, otherwise your system's going to go weird. But okay, if you don't do that, it's not going to go weird and that's going to function. And you can put many different targets up as you go through our different levels. And I probably mentioned that I have my motorcycle, and that if, for example, if you take a motorcycle that has a fairing, like a windshield, and you shoot a picture of it through the fairing, this way and that way, and what will happen is when the light from traffic and stoplights and all the rest, street lights, come through your fairing, the light will transmute the energy field you've put on your fairing. As I mentioned with my motorcycle, excuse me, I used cocoa leaves, because for a motorcycle you want to be driving around the road being very aware of what's going on and driving defensively and proactively, and that's a good formula for that. If you get the wrong formula, you don't get your result, and you learn after a while what formula is. For my car, white powder of gold works great. I don't suggest you do this, but with my car I have a picture of the battery, the engine, the seats, the heating elements, the sunroof, all the windows, stereo, speakers. And when I get in that car, and I'm running this program, which has my car on it, let's just say that I got that, then what happens is my car is like you're driving insulated from the world. I mean, it's just a really nice feeling driving alone. It's a feeling of escape. I mean, it's just really, really nice. Really wonderful. And you're listening to music, the music has the energy. I don't suggest you do this because you really don't want to jump to something like that. In your first times around, hey, do sunglasses, do cap, t-shirt, pants, shoe soles. All your acupoints are there. A lot of mark comes right through. Do a bracelet, do those, a jacket, a vest, do the pillow that you sleep on. Learn it from the very, very basics. But don't do a car or a motorcycle or a bicycle until you had a chance to get familiar with it and see how it works. I don't accept, any liabilities. So don't do anything that you feel could be liable or could be problematic or dangerous. Don't do your lawnmower, because I know someone that, without even doing their lawnmower, energetically cut their fingers. So don't do your lawnmower. Don't do something that's dangerous. Just do something that's really cool, like shirts and clothing and such like that, and yourself. When people have asked me, and I may have mentioned this in the first part, I tried to, but the power might have shut off on me. But a very important thing here is, what's the difference between, people ask me, between this device and, this is psychotronic, not action at a distance, and the action at a distance program. What's the feeling difference? And that's really clear for me, and clear for a lot of other people too. And they'll say, when they run the action at a distance program, their energy field stays clean. It releases negative mental energy. The signal travels through hyperspace, through the ethers, the quantum ethers, goes from transmitter here to receiver, the target, and it's a very clean energy, and it's like a sweep. People define it as a broom. I remember one guy said it was like his body was like a sieve, and it was energy all flowing through all these points in his body. And it keeps it, upsets last a lot less, stress is a lot less. People will say they're a lot more coherent, they're a lot more focused, they're less reactivated by past, they're more in the moment, they can visualize more cleanly and more clearly. That's what you'll hear essentially. These are all energy psychology results, the same kind of results that people would say with EFT. I love EFT, but I don't do it that much because I use this. So it's very much like EFT, it's very much like EMDR. That's what you'll hear. And you're not having to go into resonance with sick people. I wouldn't sell a program that is a requirement. Just not good. And I just wouldn't do that. I've seen too many people have too many problems. So we're using a quantum supercomputer with this, which I mentioned, and this is how it works. And so I want you to know a few things about the various levels that we have. And as you get more, we have packages of trends that come with our program. And as you work with our program and go through very different, and each level of module, different packages come with it. And you start to be able to do a lot more things. But starting basically is really where you want to start, because that's the place you want to be. You want to get your basics in real solid, because you're learning to entangle. You're learning to entangle a target, and the system does it for you. As I mentioned, a 6-year-old kid, if they can put up a video, they can put up a JPEG, and they can put up a picture on the computer, that's it. That's all it takes. You don't have to have any kind of psychicness. You don't have to be a medical intuitive. You don't have to be anything. People that, I mean, it is, the program is completely automatic within itself and does not require your good mood, your bad mood, you feeling particularly loving or forgiving at the time. You don't have to be anything. You can be in the worst space possible. It doesn't matter. It's not about you in this one. You hear that in psychology. It's really about the program. The program does the work, and that's why we offer it. Now, as you get along, as I mentioned, if you want to create trends on your own, you can do that. And I will show you how to do that. The advanced levels contain consultations with me, and I'll train you how to do this. I've been doing this for 18 years with this system, and with the other systems back into the 80s and 70s. So I've done a lot of this. I used to work as a radionic practitioner. I've worked in the UK. I've done a lot of distance, quote, energy work. But I stopped it because I started feeling negative effects from it, and that's not worthwhile. But we with our quantum supercomputer can take a chemical diagram or a picture of a compound or a photograph of a compound, even out of a magazine if it's real, not a dummy for a photo shoot, and we can work it up from there. And we put it through our quantum supercomputer, amplifies it by a few billion times, and it pops out the other end being energetic. What we do then is we make an amalgamation or a formulation with it. And when we do that, now we know how to do that well. We check compatibility and everything. And we have something that works really, really well. And so we offer you remedies that work really, really well. Because why? In the beginning, you don't want to start tangling with and getting busy trying to figure these things out, advanced level kinds of things. We want you to get results right away. And that's what you get. So we're showing you how to do action at a distance. And you'd be surprised for the Holy Grail. There's no photographs of that. And I found some drawings on YouTube. No, they were on Google. And I found ones that had energy to them. I measured them. And then what I did was I did a process with it, amplified those by a few billion times. And yes, I have an aromatherapy that's Holy Grail. And what happens when I use it? I have the strangest experience, and other people report the same thing too, of feeling like they're getting on track intuitively for what they're looking for. Some people have even felt like they found the Holy Grail for them, something that's really, really important that they had overlooked or hadn't realized. I hear that a lot, so it's something that's quite amazing, I think. So anyway, we're taking with this program, we're taking a regular 2D computer and making it a quantum supercomputer that can crunch energy and do energy work, non-local. So that's essentially the software we put together here. So moving right along, it's, if you were a psychic, a really good psychic, and I have friends of mine that are phenomenal. They put their energy on this, I can hardly feel it. Mostly I can't. I put the energy from this computer on here, boy can I feel that. So, big difference. Now, I've done this with hundreds of people. Now, you might ask, how well does the action at a distance work? Well, I'll tell you what, go to our website, iBlissnow.com, and feel the videos, the energy on the videos there. It's about like that. Only it's different. There's a different, a way more spectacular quality to it, a cleaner quality. And of course, you don't have to keep the screen going in front of you. You can just, go about your business and go action at a distance to you. So it has a way of releasing negative mental energy that I think is phenomenal. So our basic unit here, our introductory unit, one target, one target and one trend, but 2 trends max. It's an introductory system, and you can do jewelry pieces, shirts, objects, essential oils, caps, shoe soles, etc. Now, when you go on to level 1, this is the next module up. Level 1 is processing many targets simultaneously. Now you can do more than one target, and each target can have a particular specific trend. So you're going now to the point where you could do a cap, sunglasses, t-shirt, shoe soles, pants, jacket, jewelry, and if you do that all of the same trend, they'll all talk to each other and create a cocoon of energy. Really, really nice feeling. Or if you have 10 different products and you want coca leaves on jewelry, you want white powder of gold on a t-shirt, you want on shoe soles, you want positive green, and then, like that, you can do that. You can do 10 targets, no problem. 10 targets, each one having a particular and specific trend. Level 2, you're making super links. And what you do is you learn how to create a super entanglement to your link, so that it's like your billion times amplification of the link, and it makes a much better transfer of energetics. So it's becoming way more powerful. In level 3, what you're doing is you're getting a boosted carrier wave, and the carrier wave will propel more trends and work to more targets, and it's boosted. It's really quite good. Level 4, you're learning how to make your own trends. And I show you how to make your own trends and give you software on how to do that. You learn how to potentize products to increase their vitality. And level 5, you're learning how to timeshare with our quantum supercomputer. And we have software that'll help you do that. It goes actually at a distance. It's mind-blowing. And so you're able to transmit to the target. Now, level 6, this is where it gets pure magic. Level 6, you see, all up to this time, you have to keep the program running. You probably want a dedicated computer, not expensive, and you want to do energetics to all these at the same time. Okay? Well, let's see. With this level 6, you can set up the program, and you can turn the computer off. I know you're not. I know I said what I said. I promise it wasn't a slip of the tongue. It's absolutely true. We give you a piece of software that you can use to set up your trends and set up your targets, and I've got hundreds of them all going at the same time with my computer off. So, for example, I have my hot tub motor, my hot tub jets, my pump for the jets. Swimming pool, I've got my pool, I've got my pump, and I've got my pump for the jets. Okay? My sauna, I've got all 6 far infrared heaters in there, and the power box for it, and my stereo system, all energized. And, my pool is coca leaves. My hot tub, I don't want that. Hot tub's white powder or gold. Sauna, I've got a whole blend in there that's really cool. It's a really relaxing violet energy. Really, really nice. A little bit like CBD, actually. And I've got my jackets, I've got my car, I've got my motorcycle, I've got my bicycle helmet, my gloves, my bicycle equipment, all that, I've got my iPods, clothing galore, just all going on. And I've got various aromatherapies that I've made. I've on and on and on. My water, then I have my water in, my water system. And you are really a master of how to operate this. I mean, you've learned how to do this at a real in-depth level. And that's what you can get to. When you turn it off, you can have 150, 200 programs. So if you have a company, for example, that company, you could take with that company and you could do jewelry, which we did for a company, jewelry, t-shirt, cap, yoga pants, shoe soles, more jewelry, aromatherapy, yoga mat, excuse me, on and on and on. You can do all your products. Let's say, for example, and I've done this, let's say you have a company that rents office space. I've had that. They came to me. So what I did is they sent me their office space. They sent me pictures of their office space by email. I also went to Google Earth so I could see it. Took a picture of that, screen save, screen grab. And I set that program up, and I energized their buildings, their office spaces, the ones that didn't rent. They rented. They kept me doing this for a long time. I got busy. I didn't have to go down there and see the space and shoot. No, can do it. They sent me the email. They sent me the pictures by email, and Google Earth worked really good on it too. And you can find that kind of a situation. You can take a house that's for sale, for example. I had an agent friend of mine that had a house, couldn't sell it. Great house too, but she said it was haunted. Is what she said. It was haunted and it wouldn't work. Just people went in there and just ran out. One lady ran out right away. So what I did was I took pictures of it. So what do? You take a picture of the house from the front, from all sides of the house, from the top down with Google Earth. Go inside, take a picture of the power box. Then what you do is you take a picture of the water coming in, the gas line coming in. Take pictures of all the corners. Take pictures of each room. You really get some pictures after a while. And what you do is, but they're paying me well, so that's fine. And what I do is I set the program up, run it, turn it off. That's it. I've set the program for 100 years. So for 100 years that energy is going to be doing that. And the house will right away, no problem. They even had people that came and wanted to rent it too, which never happened before. So how does that happen? Because you've changed the energy, the feng shui, the energy flow in the house. And that makes a difference. Makes a huge difference. So to let you know, you start to think of some of the creative things that you could be doing. If you do websites, oh my God. If you do websites, you screen grab each picture of the website. If it has audio with it, like our website does, you energize the audio. If there's a video with it, you energize the video. People come to the site, they feel good, their attention's there, they feel coherent, they feel in the moment, they're looking at it, they're not thinking about the past, they're not distracted so much, they're there, they're focused, and they're in a good space. Well, you're going to get most of their attention. I'm not saying they're going to buy the house or buy the product on the site because you did that. What I'm saying is you're getting their attention and you're getting their state of well-being. You're getting them into a useful state, into a state of in the moment, of higher perception. So your chances of making a sale to an informed customer have gone up astronomically because they feel good. And that's what you want, isn't it? That's what all products are, is the person should feel good. Now, if you're doing trainings or seminars or workshops, it's perfect. You shoot the air conditioner, just all the kind of such that I said. The air conditioner, the heater, all that such. Half hour, you got the place all really spiffy and energized, and away you roll. So that's really going the right way there. So you can start to get the idea of what you could do with this. I mean, you could turn this into a major, major business, and no one else can do it. No anybody else's that I know of. I'll put it that way. So that's level 6. You can turn the computer off after you've done the program. All right. Level 7. Okay. You're becoming a master at this. So how to make, let's say, a carrier, a trend, and a target 1 billion times more powerful. And this requires some additional software modules, not difficult to operate. Takes a few days to get proficient with it, like it would the earlier one. And what happens is you can make a very, very powerful link, a very powerful trend, and a powerful carrier. Those are the 3. Make it, set it up, put the energy on something, turn your computer off, that's it. End of story. And if you want to dissolve that, if you want to discreate that, you just go back to the program and discreate the program, and that'll take care of it. So you have that program. As long as you have that program, you're saving that program, it'll be saved. And you don't have to have it running on the screen. You don't have to even have a computer. You can have no computers, and it can be saved onto a hard drive. And that'll work fine. USB key, something like that. So I wanted to give you some ideas there how that works so that you know what's possible. If you have a company that has, and this is some of the products that we've energized, it really makes these things smart pills. Now, if you're using trends like magic mushrooms, people won't be hallucinating or getting in over their head. These are buffered to become smart pills. All our stuff is what we call smart pills. We've energized candy, essential oils, clothing, music, video, art. Oh my God, buildings, workspaces, tools, websites, newsletters, important documents. Sent the energy to people when they needed it at certain times. Increase their sports performance, their ability to make presentations, on and on and on. You can increase intuition. this is all what people tell us has happened through using our programs, and we've been at it for a long time. I've been at it since 1968, so it tells you a long time at it. So there's no other system like this that I know about. Now I should tell you too, per industry standard, there's no refunds on software. So here's the thing, call us before you buy, talk to us, get your questions answered, understand how the programs work, and we can help guide you into which is best for you. You might find that you think you want this, but as we talk, you might find, and we might be able to guide you over to another form that might be less expensive, more result for you, easier to work with. Really depends on what you want. And so we really like to know your goals and your intentions. That's important to us. And we like to have people that are really happy. One dissatisfied customer, it takes the weight, is in weight-wise what 100 satisfied customers are. I mean, it's just best to get people so their goals really turn out. It's the easiest thing to do. And we really strive for that. And so that should let you know there. Anything else I want to tell you here? That's getting pretty much it. So you're doing action at a distance, and you'll never be dealing with sick people or going to resonance with sick people again using our system. And that's all the difference in the world with that. And so remember, no videoing, no getting near mirrors. Don't attempt to copy the stuff. You'll have nothing but problems. Join our blog on our website. And there's plenty of apps there for you and books that are free downloadable showing our research line over the last 18 years. There's plenty going on there. You can also visit Coherent Coaching Institute, see what I've been doing before this and paralleling with this. And if you think you might like to become an affiliate, that is something that I think you could do well with. So please contact us, iBlissnow.com, 415-883-7198. And give us a call and talk with us. We're really looking forward to that. I really appreciate you watching. It's been delightful to be able to make these presentations, and I've learned so much by all the applications. The kind of researchers that have showed up for this are just amazing. So I just want to thank you. You've made my life and my day. Thank you for watching.